Hello everyone, Heather here from Felt Mercantile, and we are back for day 22 of our DIY Advent Calendar series. I will link that above so you can check out the other videos if you haven't been following along so far, but there are 22 videos for you to watch now, and we've got 3 more to go until Christmas. So today's project is going to be a fake snowball because I've seen this trend online and I wanted to try it with my kids. And these are light enough that they won't hurt toddlers. Or more importantly, toddlers won't hurt me. So for today's project, you are going to be needing, for each snowball you make, you will need 6 of this little shape here, 6 of those per snowball. So you can cut out as many or as you like to make as many snowballs as you like. I found when I'm cutting these out, I get about 2 snowballs per 9 by 12 sheet. So 6 of those per snowball. You'll be needing some white thread and your needle. So this is quite an easy project. It's just another one of those that's repetitive. So I'm just going to get started. I've already threaded my needle here. Please pause if you need time to collect all this stuff. Though I don't know why I assumed that you guys wouldn't pause anyways, because it's not like you're going to have this cut within 3 seconds of seeing me show you the pieces. So moving on, we're going to be flipping this piece inside out. So you want to put all your knots on the outside and just start in the very top corner. And I'm right-handed, so I like working away from me. And you're just going to whip stitch. A whip stitch again is in through the bottom, out through the top, in through the bottom, out through the top. So you're just going to do that all the way along till the very point here, picking up any little last bit of material on the points and making sure it is lined up perfectly as you go, because you'll get a better finished product in the end. And then I will come back to show you the next step. Alright, so I've finished sewing all the way along the edge till the very tip. So you're just going to take one of your next pieces, and you'll be using the same method for each piece that you sew together. But take one of those, put it on the inside of your piece, line it up as best you can, and flip that over, just start whip stitching again along the whole edge. So when we get to the final piece, you can keep going ahead and doing this until we have one left to attach, and then we're going to come back and I will show you a little bit of a difference in the sewing just to leave our hole open for stuffing. So I'm going to continue this and I will see you in a moment. Alrighty, we are down to our last piece. You should be looking something like this now. So for the last piece, I'm actually going to just be sewing a bit part way up this side of this, and then we're going to tie off and cut it and start a little bit later on, just to, and you can always fold this to get out of the way when you're sewing if it makes it easier for you. Just a little tip. But you can do this anytime you have to change the thread as well. I just thought I'd show you on the last piece. But you will continue from where you were, match up those ends really well. Just keep whip stitching. I'm sure you're a pro at this now if we're already on the final piece, if you're following along. So keep whip stitching up the top. We're just going to go about this far in, and then I'm going to tie off, and I'll show you how I do that. So I start a whip stitch, grab this loop, go around there 3 times and give it a slow pull to tie off. And because we're going to be turning this inside out, I'll just give it an extra to make sure that our stitches are sturdier. Oh geez. Lucky if you make any little mistakes like this, we're just going to be hiding it in the inside anyways. So see, even I still get those from time to time, but luckily we can hide it. So you're going to cut your thread and you're going to tie this again into a knot. And we're going to be starting, so we ended here. Actually, that kind of worked in my favor to show you on camera there when we ended. So we ended right about here. We're just going to start right around the middle. So you don't need a hole that big to flip it inside out. If it's hard for you to flip pieces, give yourself more room, of course, but I can flip it through this hole here, and I find then you don't have much of a flat piece on the finished piece if you have a smaller opening when you're stuffing. So you're going to sew up to the very end, the very tip. Then you're going to open this up and you will put the final two pieces together, line them up, whip stitch all the way to the tops. You can reinforce the ends when you're there just by doing a couple stitches from different angles, just on the very point to make sure you are closing them up properly. So I'm just going to finish this piece up and I will be back to show you how we flip it and stuff it and finish it off. Alright, see you in a second. Alright, so we have our finished inverted snowball. So you're just going to find that hole that you made, and I start on the corner closest. Just push that through with, try not to pull your stitches too much. And an easier way to do this is to, once you get enough through, just start pulling from the outside without stretching. And if you do that a bit at a time, it should flip through quite easily, and you can always now, once you've got enough through, come in through the other side and push that a little closer. There we go. And then once you've got the bulk of it through, it's just easy to flip it over. So I forgot to mention Polyfill in my materials again. It's just kind of a given to me, guys. I have like huge bag of it, so I don't really think of it as like a material, even though it absolutely is. But hopefully you caught on, or you've been watching our previous videos and you know that, oh yeah, that looks like it needs Polyfill. But if you don't have any, you could probably stuff this with anything. Felt, little scraps of felt, if you really stuffed it. It might not be perfectly round like using Polyfill, but it would probably work. If you're just going to use them once and don't feel like you're just going to get rid of them after Christmas, you could always stuff it with something like toilet paper too. Just remember, you cannot wash it if you stuff it with toilet paper, or you're going to end up with a shriveled little snowball and a big mess. So now that we have flipped it inside out, and I've just run my finger along the inside of the seams just to get the shape that we made as close as possible, you're just going to take little bits of Polyfill because we don't want to stretch the hole too much. And I mean, this could actually, depending on how hard you want it, even if you stuff it to the brim, it's still not going to hurt if you throw it at someone. Mind you, with my kids, I have one who's just says ow for everything. So, or if she hurts you or hurts her sister and someone gets upset or starts crying, she'll invent a sore spot on herself. Just, I guess, not to feel left out, but these are toddler friendly, guys. So just keep stuffing that. And then if you find that you're kind of getting away from your circle a little bit, you can push down some into the very ends. Just kind of shape it the way that you want so that it's nice and round and even throughout. Ooh. All right, that is, oh no, I've got a little flat spot there, so I'm just going to fill it up with a tiny bit more felt. All right, give it a little shape. And now that you've got as much as you want in there, you're going to take your thread, hide your knot on the inside, and just whip stitch along this open space here, all the way along. I hope you've been enjoying these videos, guys. I have definitely been enjoying making them. It has been a really fun Christmas project I dedicated myself to, just to kind of, you know, play around with these videos and see what I like and what I don't like, just trial and error for 2021, and hopefully you get some good ideas out of it, or, you know, learn how to sew. If you already know how to sew, these will probably be easier projects, but they are beginner friendly as well. So if you do like the series, give me a thumbs up below so I know you enjoyed this video and I can make more like it, or comment below with suggestions for future videos that I can film in January and beyond, because I love a good challenge, and I would love to try and create a pattern of something that maybe you have not been able to find a tutorial for in the past. Alright, now that we're down at the end, you're just going to tie that off. I will give it a double just to reinforce it. And try not to get any loops this time, because it is on the outside and we can't hide these ones. Okay, there we go. All done. So you can stop there and have one snowball and just throw it at your relatives, or you can make more and have a good old-fashioned snowball fight with your family, or I guess over Zoom this Christmas, but we'll make it work. Anyways, thanks again, guys, for watching. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please comment below if you have any suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that alert button so you stay up to date on all the videos we will be posting for the rest of the month and beyond. Thank you again, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Psst, guys, quick bonus tip. If you don't feel like doing any sewing at all, I know this is a felt channel, but just buy these styrofoam balls. Also, don't hurt. Mind you, might hurt a little more than the ones that we just made, but it'll save you a ton of time. All right, see ya.